All right, welcome to this training section. We're going to go ahead and walk you through how to actually go ahead and purchase a business phone number. So we're going to walk you through that step by step. Now, a couple quick reminders before we actually get into this. Number one, purchase but do not use yet. Okay, so remember, all we're doing right now is we're purchasing the phone number, and then make sure that you do not use it yet. Don't use it to be able to send out text messages. You can only use it to be able to make phone calls. But even that, maybe don't do that right now because you don't want to damage your ClientKit account. That's going to prevent you from being able to go ahead and get things set up properly. So we're going to walk you through how to register your phone number in the upcoming later training sections. Right now, this is only about purchasing the phone number right now, okay? Number two reminder is that you are going to go ahead and most likely go through and purchase a local business phone number. I'm going to remind you of this again in just a second, but the local phone number is what's going to allow you to build trust with the clients, especially as we go into the marketing courses that are going to walk you through how to use this phone number for the purposes of marketing, as well as the cost. I want to go ahead and remind you of that as well. We went ahead and had a completely big training section that broke down each of those costs individually, so that way you understand exactly what you're getting yourself into. But it's about $2 per month, usually $1 to $2 per month, to have a local business phone number. So make sure you are empowered about that. Don't worry, this is an investment in your business. If you decided to go ahead and proceed, very, 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 very awesome investment. It's going to help you with your business. Okay, so quick reminders on there. Hope you got it. Let's go ahead and dive into actually purchasing your business phone number. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do is right now we're going to go ahead and go over to settings at the bottom left inside of your ClientKit account. And then once we go over to settings, we are then going to go down over to phone numbers. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go over to phone numbers right over there. And then once this actually loads, you're going to see that it gives us the ability, it's going to say on here, manage numbers, regulatory bundles and address, trust center, advanced settings. We don't got to worry about any of this. We got to be under manage numbers for right now. And then what you're going to see on here is that says your A2P 10DLC is incomplete. Please go to the registration tab or the trust tab in order to go ahead and start that. Now, we're not going to worry about this for right now because remember, we're going to walk you through that in the upcoming training sections. Now, you will see that on here, I do have a phone number that's already purchased. You're probably not going to have that. This was just for test purposes here. But what you are going to do is you are going to go ahead and click on add number, okay? And you're going to see it has a couple different options on here. We're just going to go ahead and click on add phone number for the purposes of SMS and calls. And then what's going to do is going to go ahead and populate right over here, and it's going to allow us to be able to go ahead and select a phone number. Now, a couple important points on this. You're going to see where it says type. That is where it's going to be. Remember, we talked about the local number right there? It's going to say local, and then it's also later on going to say toll free. We are going to be sticking to local, okay? And we've already gone ahead and talked about the difference between those two already, okay? Now, it does also go ahead and give us the ability to check which country we're going to be buying that phone number in. So a lot of you who are in the United States, you're going to be doing that. If you're in Canada or a different country, obviously you're going to know and understand that, right? But obviously we are in the United States, so we're going to continue with the United States on here, right? So then we got filter over here. So the filter, we can actually go ahead and search and say, you know what? I want to have, let's say, a specific phrase inside of my phone number, or I want to have a specific series of digits, right? Like, you know, a specific number of something on here. You can go ahead and select that potentially as well. You can say, you know what, I want that to be, and this is how cool ClientKit is, right? Like, we love working with, you know, softwares and partners who are just really, really smart. And I think ClientKit is one of the best partners that we've been able to go ahead and work with, is because look how smart this is, right? Say, hey, you know what, I want these digits or this phrase to be at the first part of the number, or I want it to be on the last part of the number, or any part of the number. You can go ahead and decide if you want to do that, right? And then you can say, you know what, I want this to have all three capabilities. I want it to be a toll-free number, or I want it to be a local number, right? So all of that is available on there. Now, in this case, I am going to go ahead and unselect toll-free. I don't really care about the digits, and I am going to make sure that I have all three of these checked. I go ahead and click apply. And then from there, I now have a bunch of different phone numbers that I can pick from, right? Now, in this case, I might say, you know what, I want to see if I can get, let's say, for example, I was born and raised in Florida, Central Florida. So I say, you know what, I want to see if I can get, let's say, like a 321 number, right? So let me see, and I'm going to do this maybe, I don't know, this is the first time I'm doing this live with you. So let's see if we can actually get this going here. There we go. Look at that. 321. So I know that if my business is going to be located in, let's say, like Central Florida, Altamont Springs, like, you know, that area, Orlando, I'm like, cool, you know what? I want to get a 321 number. So that way the people that I call or communicate or text message with in that locality are going to know that I am also local as well. So it builds trust. And then obviously you can come in here and, you know, just look at the numbers, whatever you want to do. You click on that right there, and you'll see that it does also give you the price. So it does tell me that this specific phone number is going to be $1.21 per month, which is awesome because that's on the lower end of the scale. We did say there's about, you know, $1 to $2 around there. And then from there, you're going to go ahead and click on proceed to buy. And then once you go ahead and click on that, proceed to buy, it is actually going to go ahead and say, good, awesome, congratulations. You have now gone ahead and purchased the number successfully. Now, it is actually going to automatically charge the card that you have on file. Okay, so this is very important. You want to make sure that before you do this, and maybe you're already following along, like, oh, I already did it. Well, it's okay, because we've told you many times before to make sure that your card is active on file. You go over to company billing. You want to make sure that your card is on file on there, because that is what's going to be charged for that phone number. Okay, and you want to make sure that that stays active, because you don't want to lose your phone number, because that'd be terrible. You build an entire business off of a specific phone number, and then guess what? You lose that phone number. No. You want to make sure that card is always active there under company billings inside of your settings, so you don't lose your business phone number. And then you'll see on here, it does also say that the A2P registration is still required, and it's going to say, cool, go ahead and start registration for A2P. We are not going to do that just yet, because we are going to go ahead and walk you through how to be able to collect your business information, how to update your business profile, how to set up the contact page, how to be able to do all of that before you submit. So do not proceed to submit to A2P just yet. There are some very important steps that we need to walk you through before you can actually do that, okay? But once you actually go ahead and click on the X button there, you are going to see that phone number, you see that 321 number, is going to show up inside of your ClientKit account. And so guess what? You now have a business phone number. See how easy that was? Amazing. Now, like I said, don't go out there and just all of a sudden start using your phone number. We still need to go through that registration process so you're rocking and rolling. And so what's going to be next now is we're going to continue down this process. Now that you've purchased your number, we're now going to actually walk you through how to navigate those strict laws and regulations so that way you can register the number and get rocking and rolling. Again, we've gone ahead and made it super easy for you. All you got to do is follow the steps through the upcoming training sections. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been purchasing your phone number. Every step you take is progress. You're doing amazing. Do not stop now. Keep that momentum going. We will catch you in the next training section.